Welcome in, everybody. Hope you guys had a great weekend.
Mm.
Chat, and these lights are right on me.
They're right on you?
Right on me. It's super hot. I feel like I'm close to the sun right
That's the life of a superstar.
Shut the hell up. You're a superstar. You're famous, bro.
Only in your
Everybody
eyes.
asks about NORBEEZ and Taco Bell. Anyways, welcome in, everybody. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Enjoyed it with your family and friends, whatever you did. I've seen some of you guys go to car shows. I've seen you guys go on a lot of you guys go on the cruise that they had the oldie cruise. Did you know about the oldie cruise?
Wait, who here went on a cruise?
Soldy Sarge went on a cruise.
Oh shit.
A couple of my other followers went on a cruise. They had a lot of performers on that cruise.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Have you ever been on a cruise?
You know what? No, and I really want to be on a cruise one day. I want to go down to San Pedro and jump on one of those boats and just take a cruise. I hear there's a good time.
Yeah.
Good time.
I heard you pay like a flat rate, and damn, that bike was loud.
That was loud.
And you get like to eat all you want.
Yeah,
Is that true?
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I never been on a cruise, so I don't know.
I mean, I hear you could be there for like a month. Can you imagine being on a boat?
Who said that? You could be on a cruise for a month?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. No,
yeah,
you can't.
Yeah.
I think it's like 2 weeks at the most.
But I think that's for like, retired people that can actually spend that whole month.
I didn't even know that. All right, welcome in. Cela Buda, I see you in the chat. Welcome in. Lisa Duran, I appreciate you as well. Cel. We got Infinity Carranzas, Truth Hurts, Risky Business. Shout out to Medicine. What does that say right there, bro? Above Medicine?
SPLRG.
My apologies, these lights are bright.
SPLRG Spalarg.
Shout out to YG from the Valle. Appreciate you, homie. Pelon, I see you. Chosen. Welcome in, Chosen. Always a pleasure. Dang, I can't. You got to read them, bro. This light's like on me. Or you know what? Here, let me use my phone.
Like you always use your phone.
Oh, gee, thanks, NORBEEZ. I appreciate that. Shout out to Tweety. I appreciate you for being here, homie. Ninja Magic. We got Ninja Magic in the house.
B Jones.
Angel Dust. B Jones. Who else? We got Power Ones.
We got Gordo.
Niner gang member. Where's Gordo at?
Gordo right there. Gordo. Or Gordo?
I think it's Gordo.
Oh, shout out to him.
All right. Welcome in, Gordo. Appreciate you being here, homie. Who else we got right here? We got Panch Tattoo. If you're in the San Diego area, go visit the homie Panch for his tattoo work. He gets down. Hit him up on all platforms. We got Rootster. We got Mile Highs in the building. Mile High. Welcome in, Mile High. We got Cadillac Candy. Cadillac Candy's pretty cool, huh? I like that name, Cadillac Candy.
I like that name too.
Huh?
Nothing. I got tongue twisted. I saw Chanok from the south. I think that was
Chanok from the south. Oh, okay. Welcome in, homie. We got Roxy, OG Roxy,
hey,
aka Roxalicious.
Hey.
We got Applelicious,
hey.
Athena in his house.
That's right.
Welcome in, Athena and Applelicious. You know what? I need some of her stuff to show, man.
That's a good idea. Shout out to Applelicious.
Before
you guys follow her.
Before we end the show, I will give her a little commercial because she's been doing very well lately with her products. People are going crazy at all the car shows, and she's selling out. All her stuff is selling out. Her candies, her apple chips, everything is selling out. Everybody's loving it. So make sure and you check out her
definitely
her IG and her TikTok. Yep. ASAP. Tell her Marvelous sent you. 166. Welcome into the building, homie. And Julio Choa. Welcome in, Julio Choa. Jose. What does that say? Jose what?
Jose
Maranon? I don't know.
I
How
don't
you
even
pronounce
know.
that?
I don't even. Oh, Jose Maranon.
Maranon.
Yeah, you said it right.
All right, all
And
right.
shout out to our token white guy truthers. He says, I'm going to send NORBEEZ on a carnival cruise. I believe him. I believe him. I think he would.
Welcome in, Eileen. I appreciate you. Hey, for those that missed the oldie show last week, you missed a good one.
That was a good one.
We had a lot of great dedications going on, man. A lot of you guys dropped some bangers, some super chats. Appreciate you guys always. We got Lopez Maravilla in the house.
That's right.
Welcome in, Lopez. I see you. And we got SPL. What does that say?
SPLRG. Spilargi. Spilargi?
Is that how we say it?
Spilargi.
I don't know.
Splurge.
Oh, maybe it says
splurge.
Is it splurge?
I think it's splurge.
All right, all right. Well, go ahead, read that gift.
Shout out to the Incredible Hulk for gifting the members. Make sure you give them a thanks. And I think from I can see the one that received it was Zapata Vive. Please make sure you give them a thanks for that membership.
That's right, Zapata. Hey, thank you, Victor. I appreciate you, bro, for everything you do for the show, homie. I appreciate that.
Most definitely.
Yeah, so tell people how to become a member and what it gives you access to, NORBEEZ.
Definitely. If you want to become a member, just go to the Marvelous Minds page and click the join button. It should be the same for Android users and Apple users. With membership, you get access to exclusive content where you see Marvelous out there in the streets of LA, showing you places that maybe you've never seen before. And also you get access to all the past music channels, music shows that we've done. Well, at least the ones that we get allowed to still keep on there.
I know, man.
Some of them are just a little too hot to keep them up there, and YouTube takes it down completely. But yeah, you definitely get access to that, and you definitely get to help us out, me and Marvelous, as far as supporting us and making sure that we keep bringing this great content with you guys, so we could hang out with you guys and we could do this show and at the same time pay some of our bills.
You get all happy, NORBEEZ. Shut up. My God, you're crazy.
Become a member today.
Yeah, become a member today. We appreciate that.
We appreciate
But also,
you.
it gets you. You get to rewatch the shows if you want. If you miss some oldies that you didn't get to write down or remember or whatever, you guys could always go back to the show and get it. Also, the playlists are still up. I haven't taken them down yet. Just because I want to let you guys have access to all the playlists that are up. So if you go to playlists, if you go to the show, the main what do you call it? Profile? If you go to the main profile, there's you could scroll to posts, stuff. Let them know.
No, I think you mean if you go to the section that says playlist, you should be able to see his playlist.
I was getting to that, but I'm letting them know where to go. Anyways, you just scroll to the right, and it'll say playlist right there. And all the playlists are up that I have open, all right? So you guys want to go get all the oldies that I played throughout every show, they're up there, including dedications that you guys have dedicated.
Now, if you're really good at looking through that playlist, you'll find that little playlist that says NORBEEZ Acapella.
Yeah, right. I should make one of you.
If you find that, then
I should make one of you.
Shout out to the Incredible Hulk for gifting more memberships, and we appreciate that. Thank you.
Welcome in, Ladis, and Shoot for the Stars. Welcome in. Always a pleasure.
Shout out to Amy all the way from Boyle.
Raider Mart. I was watching Raider Mart's live the other day on TikTok, and man, she has like a cool family. Like they just vibe out listening to a gang of good music. That's dope. They were playing cards. How come you never play cards with me? See the way you are?
I didn't take you for a gambling guy.
Who says we got to gamble? We could play Uno.
You always got to gamble.
All right. Anyways, let's get to the show. Let's get down to the meat and potatoes.
Not the meat and potatoes.
But welcome in, everybody. I appreciate you guys being here. Go ahead, NORBEEZ. Let's get to some of the questions.
All right. As you know, as you guys know, we do a community post where we ask you to give us a question or a topic that you'd want to touch on, and we appreciate everybody that participated in it and put their questions or topics. Before we do start, I do really want to give a big thank you to everybody that on Instagram that reposted our story on their profiles. We appreciate that. Thank you for spreading out the word and helping us promote the show tonight. Thank you.
Thanks for helping us spread La Onda Gospel.
Hey. All right. As you know, it's always first come, first serve, and the first one's going to be from Proof Truth. He says, Proof Truth.
I never heard that one before. Go for it.
He says, I seen in one of your videos you mentioned Rascals from Frasier. I stay around the corner from where Rascals got unalived by the sheriffs. He used to help my grandma with her groceries a lot. Do you know what really happened what really happened, how he went out?
Yes, but could I say this?
Not
I
for
could
you.
say no. I could say um, and first of all, respect to Fidel. His name was Fidel. Rascal. He was a good friend of mine. Grew up together. Before he even got into Fraser Maravilla, he used to kick it with us, and man, he was a good dude. He's the one I told the story back in the day. I don't even remember. I don't know if I told the story on here or I told the story on IG. This was years ago. So I had been placed on house arrest in Whittier, and I was going to Sierra Adult. And Rascal lived down the street from Sierra Adult with his mom and his dad. And he used to go to church and stuff. You know, his dad was Christian, and his mom and good, beautiful mom, cool man, sister. Shout out to his sister and his little brother, to them. And I would ditch school and I would go hang out at his apartments. And one time I was going to his apartments to see if he was there, and there was this girl. I guess she was going to the laundry room, and she was like, "Hey, wait up, mijo! I'll let you in. I'll let you in the gate because you needed a code to get into the gate."
Yeah.
So I go in there now. She goes, "Who are you here to see? I live right here. Who are you here to see?" I'm my homeboy lives upstairs. She goes, "I know your homeboy or whatever." And I shouldn't even be telling this story on here, but anyways, it's pretty funny though. Rascal, it always reminds me of him. So anyway, she goes, "You should come and kick it at my pad, right?"
Mm-hmm.
So I just go over there to her apartment, and she goes, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do something in the restroom." And I was young. What was I, 18 years old, and I wasn't in my right mind. I was still gang, like, I'm gonna rob you. that was in my head.
So you're already
And
scouting out the place.
no,
All right,
I'm not even lying,
okay.
Norbeez. When I would go, and it's scandalous, man. When I would go to people, I would see what they got, fool. Like, you have a chain or you got something or some rims on your car. I'm gonna jack you, fool. So I go to her pad, and I'm looking around, and I see this bad stereo that she's got, and she has a nice TV. But back then there was no flat screen. There was just like a big ass TV.
Oh,
I'm not gonna carry a TV.
you mean those ones that had their own stand, those big twos that had that had a big back?
Yeah. But anyways, she ended up going to the restroom or something or whatever while
Yeah.
she was showing me her pad or
Yeah.
where she lived at,
Yeah.
in case I was ever gonna visit her or something. And let's just say I came up, and I jammed, and Rascal's hitting me up, and he's like, "Hey, fool, fucking, what did you do, fool? You know what I mean? You came up or some shit like that." But shout out to Rascal. Rascal was a good homie. Anyways, I'm not gonna get too deep into that shit, but I was so messed up, boy, I swear. Anyways, Rascal, man, I love you, fool. I miss you. Man, that's crazy. They asked about Rascal.
I know,
Anyways,
right?
so Rascal lived in the neighborhood. That's where he got unalived or whatever, and he got into a conflict with a couple of other dudes or whatever that were passing by, and got hit. Rascal got hit, and while trying to call for an ambulance to help himself, he was holding himself up with with something. He was holding himself up with something, trying to stay alive, and trying to just hold himself up. And the sheriff showed up before the ambulance did, and while they were going in there, I guess they felt threatened, and they lit him up, and they finished him off.
Damn, that
So I don't
sucks.
know if it was intentional. You know how a lot of stuff we get into with the sheriffs, and they say, "Oh, I was in fear for my life," or "He had a weapon," or "I thought he had a weapon," and it's shoot first, ask questions last.
Damn, yeah.
So yeah, Rascal, rest in peace. He lost his life, and his mom. I mean, I spoke to his mom, his sister, his brother, and they were a loving family, man. His dad had passed away, and he was just a good dude. He was all around good dude.
Damn.
Yeah, my bad if the message was long winded, but
I don't know. No. There you go. Truth. Um, Next question. It's from Face Reality. Says, what would you do with your money if you won the lottery for $100 million?
hold up. Let me add to that story because I'm thinking about it right now. So that girl that had invited me to her apartment, right? Check it out. No, because I just remember this right now. So and I told this story on here before. I think I told it on IG Live. I was on the party line.
Okay.
Like 2 years later, man, and I'm staying right there back at my pad on Ford, you know, and I meet this girl. And she's like, "Oh, I want to meet you. I want to meet you." Whoop de whoop. So she goes, "I'm gonna be out that way. I'm gonna be. Can I stop by?" And it's that girl. And she goes, "I remember you. You don't remember me?" And I'm where'd I know you from? Where'd I know you from? She goes, "I used to live right here. You robbed me." And I was like, "No, I didn't. That wasn't me. What are you talking about?" She goes, "Yeah, but it's cool. It's cool. You know, we can still kick it." I'm like, "Hell no, I'm not going to kick it with you." Yeah, anyways, I just remember that. Anyways, what was the question? My bad.
What would you do for $1 million?
Hey, we should make this show all about memories.
He says, what would you do with your money if you won the lottery for $100 million?
What would I do with it? You know, I was just talking about that right now.
To who?
To Athena.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I told her if I was rich, I would buy her her own what do you call those vans? The ones that
taco trucks?
No, not a truck, fool.
A Sprint?
A Sprinter van. I would buy her a Sprinter. No, yeah, a Mercedes Sprinter van, and I'll put Appleishes on it for her.
Damn.
And you know, make the kitchen inside of it so she could go everywhere. And what else would I do? I would definitely buy you a new outfit. I would do that. You NORBEEZ.
Oh, damn. Shout out to Will.
Oh, where's he at? He's in there?
Yeah, he's in here.
All right. You know what? I would bless people in the chat, actually. And this isn't just to say things, you know?
We'll have the biggest party.
Like people that really needed something. If you needed something paid or something, I would help you out, you know? You guys needed a car or you're struggling with something financially, I would help you guys out, you know? I mean, a couple of you guys out, but in one way. Like, what did you need? You need one bill paid, or you need groceries. Like, what do you need? I got you. Another thing, one of the big things that I would do though is I would buy land with homes for my kids, just so they have that. You know?
That's nice.
Whatever they're gonna do with it is on them. You know.
Now,
but
would you buy it here in LA or would you buy somewhere out, in the like desert?
If they want to stay in LA, I wouldn't buy something in the city. I would buy something like maybe.
You know, let me ask you that.
What?
Would you stay in LA?
Would I want to stay in LA?
Yeah.
I love LA. I don't ever see myself leaving LA.
If you get.
But honestly, at this point in my life, there's nothing but congestion right here. Like there's nothing. I'm older already. I'm not in my 20s no more, so I'm not out here in the like fussing, like to try and be anything. I think my main goal right now, I would like to buy land, but my main goal right now is to travel. That's my main thing, is to take this podcast on the road. You know, like
that'd be nice.
I plan to go everywhere, to Pakistan, to Thailand, to the Philippines, to South Korea, you know, to Peru, to Colombia, you know, and just start doing stuff on different cultures and ethnicities, their food, things that they believe in, you know, stuff like that.
Okay, I was about to say you're talking a lot of European places, but you ain't talking about no South America.
I just said South American.
I know.
Places,
I'm saying like when you started, I'm like
travel everywhere. I want to travel the whole flat Earth. Is that better for you? Is that good enough for NORBEEZ?
It might.
All right, whatever's good enough for you.
That's what you'll do. Your $100 million, you'll travel, buy property,
buy property next to Iron Jacket. That fool lives in a trailer, man. And you know what? Whatever. You know, I mean, it's cool if he lives in a trailer, but this fool said he had his own land and all kinds of stuff. Like, this fool lives in a trailer with his sister he married. Crazy, bro.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Next question is from we got it from Gordo. He says, Marvelous, did you used to work at East Lo's barbershop?
Oh, yeah. The homegirl Liz. Shout out to Liz, East LA Barbershop. From the project. Shout out to the projects, Rascal's High Times. Yeah. I used to work in the back. I used to rent a room and stuff.
Oh, I thought you were cutting hair or something.
No, I know how to cut hair. Not as good as her, but I know how to cut hair. Yeah.
All right. Shout out to Clarissa Turcio. Says, should NORBEEZ open his own version of Taco Bell called Taco Belly?
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Taco Belly?
Can you cook?
Taco Belly?
Can you cook?
I could cook.
Can you cook like when you see me making tacos? Can you make tacos from scratch?
I never seen you do tacos.
You didn't come to the house and see me making taco shells and all that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
You mean your home cooked Taco Bell? Yeah, I remember
fool,
seeing
that
your home
wasn't
cooked
Taco Bell, fool. That was real meat. What are you talking about? I pay extra.
Damn. Well,
Or hopefully it's grass fed. You know.
well, do you know how to tell the difference if it's grass fed or they?
Let's hear
just
this
kibble?
joke. Let's hear it.
Now, the only way you can tell if it's grass fed is if the fat is yellow. If the fat is white, that means they've been what's that other thing that they feed them?
Grain.
Grain, yeah.
Okay.
If it's white, then it's grain.
Yeah, but
if it's yellow, it's mellow.
Where'd you see that at?
Huh?
Where'd you see that?
Some scientist guy about some meat scientist guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he wanted to explain.
Been searching up the meat, huh?
Because a lot of companies would put grass fed on their thing, but he would show like, look, this is grass fed. The fat is yellow.
Hey, you know what my grandpa used to like to eat? Bone marrow.
Oh yeah, it's good.
You like
it's
that?
Good, yeah, bro.
Tacos of bone marrow.
Yes.
Like my grandma would make him.
You never had it?
Nah, I had never had it.
Oh my god!
It's just I would see him eat it, and I was just like, "Dang, man, that's nasty."
Bro, it's like
He used to eat Cecil's. You ever eat Cecil's?
It has the most flavor.
Yeah.
Out of all the meat, it has like, my god! I mean, you make tacos out of that thing.
Yeah, yeah. My grandma used to make it.
Oh my god! Chad, let us know if you guys have had the bone marrow.
You ever eat Cecil's?
No.
No. Do you know what that is?
I don't think I know what that is. So
brains.
Oh no.
No.
No,
My grandpa used to eat that too.
Really?
Yeah. You know what I couldn't stand? I had a best friend from Garrity. I used to go up there to the maze in their neighborhood.
Yeah.
And my grandpa would drop me off for like a couple of hours to go play with my homies, my friends, all my friends. And their mom used to make liver all the time. And liver, oh my god. Like they would have their plate of liver right there with their cup of warm milk. It was just the nastiest thing to me. I'm like, damn, I can't. And she would always, his mom, shout out to his mom, man, would always be like, oh, mijo, ven, mijo. You know, and I'd be like, no. Yeah, but that was nasty.
Warm milk?
Yeah, it was warm milk, man. I was thirsty one time. We were playing outside, and she goes, you want something cold? Or not cold to drink? You want something to drink? And she gives me a cup of warm milk. Like, dang, man.
And shout out to King Mexico, and shout out to Ranting with Ramos podcast.
Ranting with Ramos. Appreciate you, homie. Shout out to you. AC, Risky Business, Zapata Vive, Ninja Magic. I already said Ninja Magic on. Smear Gang. Shout out Smear Gang. All right, go for it, NORBEEZ.
Alrighty. Let's see. Next question is, wait, did we even? Oh yeah, we did. Okay. Next question is from Wrinkles Munoz. Says, why do different ethnicities have different body types? Like some are taller, some are more muscular naturally. Also, how long do you think until we all go to digital currency? That's like the question, but okay. Well, what do you think? Why do you think different ethnicities have different body types? Like some are taller, some are small, are more muscular naturally.
So you can go with the science version, or you could go with the biblical version. Which one should I say? Why do you think? I'll give my answer, but why do you think?
I know some of the muscular ones are like, let's say, and this is not to offend anybody, but I know some of the muscular ones tend to be black. Because
are you saying we're not born with muscles, NORBEEZ?
No, I'm saying,
I mean, I know you weren't born with muscles.
I don't know. I think you told me about it. The breeding, during slave times.
Oh yeah, they would breed certain.
They would breed the biggest guys, so they could have more kids, bigger kids. Okay. So they would kind of like
better slaves.
They would breed stronger. That's why a lot of them are pretty much born big, because you know, they were chosen to breed them.
Okay, but otherwise, why do you think certain ethnicities are probably faster, maybe better at boxing?
Diet.
Maybe, you know,
I'm gonna say
some do better in colder weather.
I would say diet, mostly diet.
Mostly diet?
Yeah.
You don't think it's because some ethnicities come from a certain cave system?
No, for me, I would say diet, because like for instance, everybody that I know, like a lot of people's parents from Mexico, you know, they grew up there, but as soon as they have kids here, all their kids grow tall.
Okay, what do you think about this theory? Right? Here it is. And this one tripped me out. And me having all my kids, right, all my boys.
Yeah.
I see a certain personality and a certain way they carry themselves in a certain time of my life, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So like Jay, right?
Uh-huh.
Jay's into fitness.
Yeah.
You know, he's muscular.
Yeah.
He's healthy. He's into all that stuff.
Yeah.
I had him when I was super young. So
that was prime Marvelous.
That's when I was working out.
That's prime
That's
Marvelous.
when I was, you know, competing in the Junior Olympics and stuff
peak.
like that. So I'm like, okay, so the theory is that say you have a kid right now.
Yeah.
That energy that you're carrying in you, that is gonna be just like you in this time.
That's a good theory.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like to think that your health does matter at the time when you're.
If say you change your diet or whatever, or you change whatever, homie.
Yeah.
If you have a kid in that time, that's how that kid is gonna come out.
You know, I recently heard somebody tell me that if you eat eggs while you're pregnant, if women eat eggs while they're pregnant, apparently the children actually turn out smarter.
Really?
Yeah.
I never heard that before.
That's a new theory going out there.
Hey, let me know in the chat if you guys have ever heard that. If you have a child, say you're working out, or you're into fitness or whatever you're into, and you have a child in this time period of your life, have you ever heard that before? I don't know. Just asking.
Shout out to the Jedi over here.
Oh, but anyways, shout out to the Jedi. What I was gonna say is, in biblical terms, certain tribes have certain blessings, right? Some are blessed more than others.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, I don't know, man. I really can't answer that specifically. I don't know. I know the biblical term, you know, but
what is one of the biblical terms?
Well, what I said, that certain tribes were given a certain blessing, like, you know, melanin.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Longevity, just stuff like that, you know. But if you go to the scientific part of it, I mean, some ethnicities are smarter, we'll say mathematical wise, you know. You take people from, I don't want to get all crazy with it, but people from India.
Yeah.
They're smart.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're pretty smart.
You got people from Asia. They're good at certain things. They're smart too with mathematics or whatever. You got other ethnicities that are just fast and strong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got other ethnicities that every ethnicity does something, you know.
No, that's true.
And it's as a whole. It's not even as like a single person. I think it's the whole tribe that is like that.
Well, you know, they did research on like Mexicans as far as boxers, and they noticed that the majority of Mexican boxers have hard heads.
Mexican boxers?
Mexicans, yeah. They tend to have stronger jaws and stronger heads.
What about Irish people? Them fools could take a hit.
I haven't heard anything, but as far as the research says, the Mexicans have like the strongest like jaws or head.
Okay, I don't believe that.
Like that's why
but
primarily
what I do believe is that we got the willpower to keep fighting. I know that. Our pride will keep us going. I don't know about strongest jaws because I've hit homies and they have a weak jaw, bro.
Maybe they're Spaniards.
Maybe they were Spaniards. Maybe they were Spaniards. I don't know, man. But
yeah, no, that's why they say that that's why a lot of Mexican fighters, you know, they tend to always win a lot. It's not because they're better. It's because they can take hits more than your average other ethnicities.
I think we're born Mexicanos have a lot of strategy. I think we're good at that.
That's probably
like we're deep thinkers, you know.
Shout out to El Jefe de Jefes.
Shout out El Jefe.
All right. Let's see. Also, how long do you think until we go to digital currency?
I mean, some of the stuff, or a majority of stuff, is digital already.
We're already there, yeah.
Yeah,
right?
we're already there at digital. I mean, fully blown digital. Something dramatic is gonna have to happen, like a shutdown.
But that doesn't make sense too, because if we go fully digital and all the power goes out, we're all screwed.
Oh, digital?
Yeah, we go full digital. If the power goes out, nobody's gonna have money anymore. Okay, next one is from Hated One. He says, what's good, gentlemen? My question is, what do you think of chickenpox? It seems non-existent nowadays.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think?
Well, let me know. That's it. I don't know if he has another part of the question. All right. So, what do you think?
Well, I mean, it's still out there. As far as I recall, somewhere in Orange County, a bunch of kids got chicken pox.
Okay, I'm gonna guess how he's asking it. Do you think it's a natural occurrence, or do you think it's something the government placed on us?
Oh, that's a good one.
So, what do you think about that?
I would probably say that was something that had been given by the colonizers since they came. But I think it was measles originally, but I think it was chickenpox also.
Okay, let's go way back now, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna go back to ancient times, bro. How did these diseases occur?
I want to say most of the time in Europe.
How did it start though? Like, what happened? How did polio come into play?
White people started
How did
drinking
smallpox come into play? You know,
infested waters.
all right. Well, chickenpox, what? From a chicken?
Probably.
Why do they call it chickenpox?
I don't know.
Can you look up how it got its name? I've never looked that up.
Let's check it out.
And then how you know, they say that smallpox took out a gang of Mexica, right? And a lot of just indigenous tribes, point blank. But how did that get eradicated? How did they, you know, get rid of all of it? Was like everybody in quarantine? What happened? Was there something that we were eating to survive, or that got rid of it, or what? What do you guys think in the chat?
All right, chickenpox first recorded in the late 17th century likely originates from the disease's reputation as a mild form of smallpox, or from a similarity of its blister to chickpeas. It has no direct link to actual chickens. Pox stems from an old English word "pock," meaning a pustule or blister. Hey, white people, told you. No offense, guys. No offense. I'm just, you know.
But yeah, what it makes you think, man, like why? And you know, they give us all these immunization shots, right? When we're born, and they keep giving them to you every, what is it? Every, not 6 months, but every year.
Yeah, I think they're every once a year.
Okay, and those immunization shots have those diseases in them.
Yeah, that's mostly how most vaccines are done, by giving you a weaker version of the vaccine, so weak that your body can fight it off, and at the same time create an immunity towards it.
Yeah, I don't believe that, bro. I don't believe that. I believe that they are injecting it.
I believe it only for the fact, you know how these people that work with snakes, you know, they purposely bite themselves a little bit so that their body can create the immunity for their poison.
Okay, but I'm talking about in a whole, whatever we know right here, right on this podcast, about everything that's going on with our government.
Oh, okay.
And the whole war that's going on psychologically between us.
Yeah.
You know, including the colonization of our people. And if they want to eradicate, you know, a majority of the tribe, how would they do it? You know? And why would they want so many survivors? You know, there must be something that is in our blood that we have that they cannot just off us like that. So they need us to do it for them.
Yeah.
So that's why they include all these GMOs into our food.
Yeah.
And our ignorance, we don't study nothing. So, you know, or we don't make it a priority to study it, I should say.
Yeah.
You know, so it leads us to our own demise.
Yeah, well, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, most people would just say, "Well, it's chicken. Chicken's chicken." You know, eat meat.
Look at all those. Look at every year, right? They have a free flu shot. Go to your local Rite Aid. Go to your local, wherever they have it. Come and get a free flu shot. Why can't they give free stuff to people with diabetes, or you know what I mean? Why isn't that free? Why isn't other things free? You know what I mean? True. Why is it always this? Why is that? You know, they have to give you incentives like, oh, here's a free burger and fries. Come and get the C-19 shot.
Well, I mean, that is interesting because, you know, one of the most things that take out Americans is the flu. And it's odd because they give so many shots throughout the year. You would think it wouldn't be so high, but it's one of the highest things that take out people.
But is it the flu?
Out that part too.
Like we use these words, bro. Like what? How is the flu taking you out? When every disease comes from a parasitic entity. I just got 2 strikes, bro, on my TikTok, my new one,
Yeah.
because of that video.
Shout out to TikTok.
Oh, not shout out to them. They suck, man. Anyways, like, we're believing in these terms of smallpox and stuff like that, but every disease is a parasite. It's literally a parasite.
Yeah.
Whatever name you want to call it is whatever name.
At the end of the
day, but how do you get
parasites.
rid of that little microscopic worm in you? How do you get rid of that? And why does it have a separate name from another disease when it's the same parasite?
Yeah.
Why?
Hey man, that's how they get us to keep buying.
Yeah, they have us believing in certain things. This is the flu. This is diabetes. This is inflammation in your liver. This is kidney disease. This is heart disease. All these different things. This is smallpox. This is whatever, but everything is parasitic. It's all a parasite. So you need a certain shot for this one. You need a certain shot for this one. You need a certain shot for this one. No, you need an organic remedy just to take out all that larvae.
Yeah.
Kill those eggs.
Yeah.
You know?
Just to say, we are not doctors. We're not professionals.
I am. I'm a doctor.
We are not suggesting that these are the
I am. I'm the one saying it. NORBEEZ is scared.
Just so YouTube doesn't take this channel down. Also.
Well, I don't care, YouTube. This is true. This is a true channel right here.
We're not doctors and we can't. We just, we can say. All right. Let's see. Next question is from Claudia Herrera. Says, "Hey guys, would you consider indigenous people to be the original scientists? Have you guys heard of the peyote plant?"
Yes. Was it you the other day? Oh no, it was the homie that has a plant in his backyard. He's growing it.
Hey,
I don't know his name.
He's growing a plant, not that plant.
I don't know his name. Yeah, he's growing a plant. I think it was cactus. But anyways, do I believe that we're the first scientists? Dang, that's a good question right there. I believe that shoot, how would I answer that question, man?
With a big yes. What do you mean? Yes. Now, of course, yes.
Well, yeah, but then again, to use that term science, where do we learn it? Where do we learn our knowledge from, right?
I mean, thousands and thousands and thousands of years of.
Okay, so how many thousands of years do we think how old we are?
There's a shot, but us maybe here more than 50,000 years.
More than 50,000 years.
More than 50,000 years.
So that would only be through oral history of us learning, keep learning from our grandparents.
Or it eventually just becomes,
Imagine how watered down we are. So we must be so watered down. Where if you could ask an indigenous person back in the day, and he would just take you to a plant right away, like, oh.
I think you could still do that, but depending on where you're at. Like, I mean, you have those tribes in Brazil that they know what their plants do for them. Like even that ayahuasca stuff. I mean, that's a trip. You have an Amazon jungle or forest with thousands of different species of plants.
Right.
And you happen to find that one plant that actually turns off a protein in your stomach. Turns it off. It disables it for a temporary moment. And then you actually take the ayahuasca. And because normally it doesn't do anything to you because that protein would deactivate whatever it would do to you. It would deactivate it. But they found the one plant that deactivates that protein and allows the ayahuasca to actually take over.
Okay, picture this now.
R.I.P.
Yeah, picture this now, right? If I go to General Hospital right now and I go into the waiting room,
yeah,
there's gonna be people that are just being diagnosed with all kinds of stuff, right?
Yeah,
High
right.
blood pressure,
Yeah.
diabetic,
Mm-hmm.
kidney disease, and all kinds of stuff, right? If I took all those people to tribal members and I had them explain everything that they got separately, and the little homie, you know, he's right there, or one of the elders is looking at all these people. They're trying to explain to them, oh, you know, sir, I have heart disease. My heart, I always get pains in my heart. What do I do? The next one comes in line and he's like, you know, I get pains in my left arm. You know, what do I do?
Yeah.
The next one is saying I have arthritis, you know.
Yeah.
The other one has Parkinson's disease, you know, and they're all telling him different things, and he doesn't know the difference between each one separately, but he does know how to heal your body
Yeah.
spiritually,
Yeah.
you know. But they're not going to have no understanding, or we won't have no understanding, right? If we're lame to this,
Yeah.
because we're used to people telling us or pointing a pill out for us, you know.
Yeah.
Here's a pharmaceutical.
Yeah.
Here's just drink this, or go see this doctor. They have a doctor for everything, bro.
Yeah.
A foot
They do.
doctor. They have a back specialist, a chiropractor. They got you see a doctor for your heart. You
Yeah.
got, you know, the dialysis center that
They're-
supposedly specializes in cleaning your blood.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, or blood transfusions. You got a doctor for every single thing, bro. When the main thing hurting everybody is parasitic entities.
And for the most part, yeah. Yeah. It's all these
So
parasites, man.
how do you cure that? You know, what answer would he give them? You know what I mean? He'd probably tell them, get the hell out of that city. Get out of that city. You know, people that do I was watching a documentary one time.
Yeah.
People that go vlogging and they go meet up with indigenous tribes, right?
Yeah.
Such as Brazil.
Yeah.
You know, and one of the big things that they say when they come back over here to the States is the water. The water, they go, one big thing that we notice is that when we drink water out the river over there with them, it's pure. You could taste the difference.
Mm.
When you come over here, you don't even need to taste the water to know the difference. You smell the chlorine in the water. That's what was crazy. And I was like, dang, you know what you do smell the chlorine. Have you ever opened a bottle of tap water that wasn't cold? A
Yeah.
bottled water?
Yeah. Yeah.
You could smell the chlorine when you
Yeah.
open it. Right? And look at what you're drinking,
It
right?
smells of
And look at
clean.
what you're drinking right now. Man, you're crazy, bro. Anyways, shout out to everybody in the
That's what I
chat.
say, bro. I mean, I think we definitely can say we are the first scientists, considering all the things we've come up with. I mean, you think about it. You know, we invented corn, and now
We were giving corn.
we were given corn. We created corn. We grew corn, and
Natural corn.
yeah, natural corn, and then we got chocolate that everybody in the world uses now.
You know what? That's crazy, bro.
Hey,
I want people to hear something. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Norbeez. Talk while
no,
while I
yeah.
get this real
Yeah,
quick.
aside from we created chocolate, and
That's crazy. Just talking about corn right now.
yeah, and we grew tomato crops. I mean, we gave the world tomatoes. I mean, you really got to think about it. We gave the world a lot. You know, a lot of people would like to say, "Well, you people, what did you guys give the world?" We gave the world everything. We gave
I
them
believe it.
everything, because honestly, the things we gave to this world, yeah, I mean, there's not one place around the world that doesn't use corn or tomato or chocolate. You know, they use our tech, they use our science, our agriculture. I mean, even down to the bottom of our, you know, maybe you should be showering at least once or twice a day. That might be a good idea.
Heck yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why we when they came over here and brought their diseases, it was difficult, because you got to realize a lot of all the tribes here were showering. They kept themselves clean for thousands of years, and here comes a race of people that drink dirty water with rat feces, dead bodies. They would drink this stuff. They would eat rotting food, They won't shower, they won't bathe, they're covered in bacteria. They created the majority of the diseases in this world that we live in right now.
If you
And
don't, I'm sorry,
no,
Norby.
go ahead.
If you don't mind me sharing this with you, I'm gonna let you hear it on my through my phone, and it's a recording, okay? I can't remember if it's in Spanish, but
En español.
okay, this is a story about corn, and it's important. I love it. I love this story. Um, I hope you guys can hear it. Norby's, I might need some translation.
Sure.
If he doesn't say all of it in English, it's probably gonna be Spanish. But just listen to a story about corn.
Voy a hablarle a agua azteca para que yo tenga. ¿Qué es lo que quiero decir?
I keep in order what I want to say.
Tu pelo va hueca. Esquimatía cano vale guachayole. Cano es el
Yes, that's what it
no
is.
sabía ahí.
Corn was just growing.
Bajo la chipa tiene que haya un huevo tiene pues que chalcoa español es que va a venir atrás. Bajo básicamente que haya chalcoa llega trae el maíz.
So listen, let me know. He said we're cutting out on the internet.
No, we shouldn't. We're good. We have no drop frames.
Everybody's
good.
saying it's cutting up.
Oh no, they're talking about your video that you're playing.
It's playing clear right here. Am I playing it too close to the mic?
Maybe, but it sounds like NASA.
Okay.
Bradley
Well,
lowered the volume a little bit.
yeah. So what he's talking about right here is a story of how we got corn, okay, and what we were told to do with it. And let me lower it, and you guys tell me if you guys can't hear it right. I'll try to download it so I can show you a better version, okay? But this is a very important video. I know some of you are clowning in here, and that's fun. The message ain't for you. You know, you're not part of the awakening. You know, because this isn't something to clown around about. This is something that's very important.
Yes, that's why I came and brought the
Se puede piedra.
They can't hear it. Yeah, bad audio.
Yeah,
It's okay. I'll download it for you
but
guys.
it's pretty much explaining the story of Quetzalcoatl.
So that our tribe,
the Mexica tribe, explaining how they received corn from
so we
Quetzalcoatl.
wanted to know so bad where we would be blessed with this corn from, and he would take us to this special place. He said, "Well, come with me," and he could change into many things. But what the gist of the story is that we don't have the same corn. We started off with the good corn, but our corn was manipulated, you know, especially through the migration of the colonizers coming to this special land, you know, and it was used to benefit them, but in benefiting them, it harmed us as a people, as a tribe, you know. So it's our duty to recultivate our land, clean up our land, and replant our original corn. I'll try to download it for you guys. My apologies. I just wanted to show you a video that means a lot to me. Go ahead, NORBEEZ, with the other ones.
Well, yeah, and I also did want to mention that we did help humankind with creating medicines also.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We did that by way of our people's creation, also known as the molcajete. Are you familiar with molcajete?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that is what traditionally where a lot of chemistry, they use that to crush up a lot of
everything.
So that is another thing we gave to the world.
Oh,
so don't nobody be saying, "Oh, you people never gave nothing to this world. All you guys do is cut our grass."
What the heck?
Yeah, that's what they say.
You're a grass farmer. Hey, imagine back then, like people, and I always use the analogies, you know, like imagine bringing some of the tribes to the future. They could see it, and they would ask you, you know, and whatever language, what kind of farmer are you? What will your answer be?
I'd have been like,
all you do is cut grass.
Dang.
What seeds do you have here? What plants do you have here? We don't got none.
Damn.
None. Imagine.
I'd like to believe that they did come to the future. They did see it.
Well, we are them.
I don't know, but I'm saying like they did see what was going to happen, and everything they had seen what was going to happen has happened. And I say this because a lot of things have happened throughout recorded human history that says that we, in a sense, not in a bad way, but in a sense, manipulated the world to eventually work out for us.
Well, I'll agree with you with what you're saying right now.
Not now, eventually.
I'll agree with you what you're saying right now because our younger generations are being manipulated and we're trying to warn them and they just don't care.
Yeah.
No. So what? That was the past. Who cares?
Well, you know what?
Stop living in the past.
I love seeing, like, on Instagram, for instance, I do see a lot of young people that are definitely learning, are definitely hungry for their past, you know, and I'm very happy to see that part. I do see a lot of younger people. I see more of our people actually creating content that involves, you know, indigeneity, I guess.
You know which channel I like? That Atomy, the Foology.
Oh, Foology, those guys, yeah. Shout out to Foology.
Yeah, they're doing a good job.
Yeah, I appreciate them. They're actually a very good dude. I think they're brothers. I'm not too sure. They're actually gonna have Kiawit on their show.
You know what? We're gonna have him first. We're gonna have him first.
Kiawit?
Yeah. Why is he going on their show and he's not coming on my show?
That's a good question. Kiawit, if you're still watching,
where are you at, man?
Let us know.
Is he watching?
If you're still on here, let us know.
Let's see where he's at. What?
Shout out to him. As they say, the teacher, the Nawa teacher.
Yeah, where is he at?
Shout out to the Incredible Hulk. He says, what do you guys think of the tick epidemic and the ticks being used as bioweapons? That's a very good question.
You will let homie.
What up?
What's up, man? This is Marvelous. Hey, you're hot on the mic right now. You got a million. You got a million people listening to you.
Shout out to Kiawit.
What up, NORBEEZ?
Hey.
We're giving you a shout out right now. We want to know why you're cheating on us, homie, and you're going on Foology before you're here.
That's how it's. I'm actually gonna do it tomorrow with the swoosh tomorrow.
There you go. Stay tuned for that one. Hey, you know what? I want to give him a very, very good shout out because he had Taboo. Kweli had him on his Taboo, the rapper from the Black Eyed Peas. He interviewed him on his channel, on his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
That was a good interview.
All right. No,
that was cool.
Yeah. So you were on the chat earlier. I was trying to share a video, bro, and it was they were talking about how we got our corn. Right. So do you know the story?
Not exactly.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll play the video. I'm gonna send you the video, bro, and then you tell me what you think. But
sounds good.
I'm down for that.
All right.
Heck yeah.
Any shout outs you want to give? Sorry to call you so randomly, carnal, but we're talking about you right now.
Nah, just shit. I was tuning in too, but I was talking to a hyena and shit.
Damn, Casanova, huh?
Hey.
All right.
Yeah. So we'll talk later, dog. We'll talk more later, you know.
All right, homie. You have a good night, all right?
Have a good night, man.
You too.
Okay, bro.
You
Bye.
have a good night
Bye.
too,
All right,
Norbee.
pues. Thank you, man.
Yeah, but that's crazy. I thought he would know. Okay, what was the other question, bro? About ticks?
Oh, yeah.
Ticks being a bioweapon?
Yes.
Yeah, and mosquitoes too. Mosquitoes, did you see the footage of the one that I posted up of the helicopter?
Yes, and you know what?
What?
You know what?
Look, you got excited about
Yes.
mosquitoes.
You know why? Because
Why are you so excited?
Because I have people that tell me in Oaxaca
What do you mean you have people, Norbeez?
that they have been seeing drops from helicopters of just mosquitoes.
In Oaxaca?
Yeah, in the mountains. They're just dropping them near,
I don't know if I believe.
towns.
I don't know if I
They're
believe
just
you.
dropping them near towns.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then nobody knows why. Like, well, why are they dropping them? But I mean, we know why they're doing it.
Well, what about the video I posted up on IG of them spraying our lakes?
Yeah, I believe it. I
Crazy.
believe it, bro. I believe, you know, they're testing. They're really trying to figure out what's gonna take us out. Because at the end of the day, it's something I've been saying a lot lately. We're becoming the super majority, and they know that they're losing their power.
See,
at all of our lands.
I don't believe that we are becoming. I think that we've always been the super majority. Bro.
We've been the majority, but now we're completely taking over. Like whatever they had as far as population, we are already taking.
See, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. And you're going based off of what? My bad. With all respect.
Numbers.
Okay, you're going based off numbers that are being put where?
Birth rates.
Huh?
Birth rates.
Where are you getting that information though from?
I forgot the organization. The organization. It's an actual organization that.
Okay.
Because look, they said that us, you know, Raza, we had almost 4 million babies last year. Almost 4 million babies. The Caucasians, they had minus 70,000 babies.
Oh, of course, but I believe we've always been the majority, bro.
But that means there's gonna be a whole lot more of us, like a whole lot more. Like you're gonna see us everywhere. We're gonna be everywhere, like Starbucks.
But we are everywhere. We are everywhere, bro.
No, but we're gonna be saturated.
We are saturated, Norbeez. We are.
Meaning that they can't hide us anymore. And I'm saying this because, you know, in movies they don't use us.
And that's why this deportation thing is going on.
They don't use us in any of these big mainstream things. They make sure to not show people that we are the majority.
No, but see, okay, what we see, the way I answer it though is because we see things different. I see us as a whole energy. And our energy as a raza, as a chosen tribe, is on the rise. Yeah. Point blank, period.
Yeah, and then,
you know,
well, and the other crazy part is that this year is the first year where I'm witnessing a lot of indigenous people from South America interacting with indigenous from North America. I'm seeing that now. I never in my life seen where there's interaction, where there's communication, where there's talk, whether it be in Spanish or in English. It's happening. It's happening, and that's the signal to tell us that we are now from north to south communicating with each other on a more structured level, because now we have the technology to reach our brothers and sisters south, and they have the same to reach us up here north.
Right.
You know, I saw this one guy this one singer that went viral. He's from Peru.
Yeah.
And his song went super viral here. Yeah. It's a really good song too, and I forget his name, but man, it's incredible to know that an indigenous man from South America is becoming big here in North America, and vice versa. North American indigenous people are becoming known in South America. Beautiful, beautiful.
You know, read some of the comments.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Read some of the comments on there real quick.
All right, let's see. Will says, Norby, who you voting for? That's a very good question. Depends on what you're talking about. State, federal, local. We got the Red Cat Uprock says, when they make a movie about CCOD, they'll send out the casting call to your people's Norbeez. You know what? They will. That's probably the only time we're gonna have an all cast of brown indigenous people. Um, let's see what Cholo Gente song. The what Cholo Gente song? Is it the Cholo Gente song? Maybe
I
it
don't
is.
know.
I think it is. I think he's right. It is the Cholo Gente song. Let me see. Oh no, I don't know. No, if it's that, I can't find it. But you know that. But yeah. Shout out to 94M. Shout out to Too Much Free. He says Norby's voting for Trampa. Damn. Kiawi says for Khalifa as governor. You know what? For Khalifa as governor, I'm definitely, and I'll be honest, I'm not gonna vote Republican. I am not gonna vote Democrat. And
You're gonna vote?
I always vote. That's my thing. I always vote. I as much as it doesn't mean anything, I want to at least say that I did it. At least I did it. Nobody can tell me, well, you didn't even vote, so why are you even talking? But as far as I want to vote always third party. I want to always vote somebody that doesn't believe that we shouldn't give to people, and then others that saying that we should give everything to people. You know, I don't want, because both sides are doing are saying we shouldn't be giving to people, and the other side is saying we got to give them everything they need. No, there's got to be a balance. I definitely believe there needs to be a balance of all things. Shout out to Two Face Entertainment, Fred.
Shout out 805 Plumbing.
He says when they make a movie about Two Face Entertainment, The Rock is going to play me. I definitely believe that.
Oh, what the heck?
Shout out to 805 Plumbing.
Rock.
He says our country is being run by a pedo, a bunch of ass kissing, incompetent, deplorable, fraudulent scammer, MAGA supporter. And for the most part, you know, at this point, it's getting wild, it's getting crazy, and I mean. But I always tell people it's perspective, you know. When they tell you we're doing great, we're doing fabulous, everything's coming together, they're not talking about us. They're talking about themselves. They're talking about their friends. They're talking about their families. And things are going great for them, not us. I don't think.
You know what?
I don't think any leader in the.
I think that all around we need to stop involving ourselves in their conversation. That conversation is about them. That's it.
You know what? Yeah, you know what? I had a talk with somebody that says at the end of the day, well, what can we really do? I mean, yeah, we could vote, but is it really going to change anything?
Yeah.
No. And what's really going to change things is if we, you know, focus on business, focus on building businesses, building land, buying land.
But build businesses and buying land that you already own? This land is yours.
Well, for the most part, unfortunately, for me, thinking that we don't have our own currency, we don't have our own way. I mean, yeah, we could trade,
yeah,
but
because we don't know how to stick together anymore, bro.
Well, and this is where I say, you know, a long time ago here in East LA, there was a group of Mexican Americans that they came together. They created the first Costco, if you may. And with that first Costco that they made in East LA, now it wasn't really a Costco, but it ran the same way. You know, they bought things in bulk, and everybody in the community had to buy a membership to shop there. And with that money that they came up with that or a business, they created credit unions here in East LA. With that credit union, they were able to give out loans to our people, because back then we didn't get loans. Nobody gave us loans for houses, for cars.
And those kids that those people are going to this Costco, right?
Yeah.
I hate to sound like I'm bashing everything that you say, man.
No, it's okay.
But it's just because we do that, bro. We look at little things like that.
Yeah.
We look at little things and we think that we're making moves, bro. Think that we're building something, and oh yeah, finally That's a little crumb, bro, off the cookie.
Well, you gotta let me finish
Okay, finish, because I'm still gonna.
So we built all this stuff. Our people that were here. There was they were the ones that started this whole Chicano movement here. They were the ones that built this whole movement. But at the end of the day, a lot of them either they did get political power. Unfortunately, they went the federal route, and then at that point they couldn't do anything for us anymore. And
why did they go the federal route?
At that point, they went federal because for them, they wanted, like you said, they wanted to be involved in that conversation.
Okay.
So they went there and disappeared, and then they took them, and then they couldn't do anything else for here and for their people. The whole reason why they even started it,
and what I'm saying, with all respect, is even the people that had that idea of doing better, bro. Even the people that had that idea of building a business and our people are getting together, we are still signing these birth certificates. Our people still don't know about the District of Columbia.
Yeah.
These people don't know that this has become a corporation. They made a corporation out of our land. You know, that's the bigger thing. You could have this idea and feel that you're growing, but that's just a little crumb, bro. We still got this whole cookie to deal with.
Yeah.
Chocolate chips and everything, whatever's on that cookie. You still got to deal with all that. And the people that go political, right? They run for office and they want to do bigger and they feel that they're they're going to have to submit.
Yeah.
They're going to have to submit because
that's what happens.
That overall authority is still those bloodlines of families that have made this land a corporation.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know one Democrat that actually kept their promise at all.
Yeah.
And
it doesn't matter if you vote. It doesn't matter if you vote, bro. We could be down there in downtown LA with the bullhorns all night till we're out of breath, black and blue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And none of that is going to account for nothing if we don't rise up as a majority.
And I think that's what's that we're heading down that path. You know, because like I said, we are going to be the super majority. So we're at the end of the day, look, we're going to have to take over this system, right?
Okay, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You said that we're headed down that path, right?
That we're going to take this system.
Okay.
That they created for themselves.
We're going to take this system. Okay, how many youngsters out there are eager to learn what we're talking about right now?
Not that many.
Okay,
not enough. Not enough. I would say not enough.
Okay, how are we going to take it over? How are we going to take over the system if they're not empowered with knowing who they are? They're out there, and the youngsters that are the most eager, motivated, you know, out there trying to prove themselves. They're using all that energy for gangs. They're using that energy to want to be rich in the moment, to be wannabe rappers. You know, they're a waste of talent. And it's a waste of talent, homie, because they're not valuing themselves as a person within their tribe. They don't know about their tribe anymore. They don't even reference a tribe no more. They know themselves as a person that went through trauma with their family and whatever, and now they want to prove something to the next man. That's all they're worried about, bro. They're not worried about this homie right here, not worried about that homegirl right there. They're worried about just them making it and their small little circle.
Yeah.
And once they make it and they become rich or whatever they do, they might be somebody. They might be on the Grammys. You know what I'm saying? But what is that worth? What is that worth? Now you got thousands of other youngsters idolizing that one dude.
Yeah.
And they're not worried about it.
And it's definitely a race of who can come out of that, because I would definitely say it's not only our people that are being affected by that.
Yeah,
you know, there's definitely the black community that's getting affected by that. Even the Asian community, and the white community too. They're getting all affected. It's a race of who can overcome that.
Affected by what?
By that constant. You know, feeding of that kind of information. You notice a lot of these people that get blown up, like who's blowing them up?
Yeah,
like
who are paying these influencers to stay in this nice Airbnb or apartment to just create content and create content and offering them $500 million on Kick and whatever Twitch. They're getting all that money just to be an influencer. They
Yeah.
became the new news station.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the news that they're putting out is just the penny saver, homie.
Yeah.
They don't know that, they don't have the whole paper. They don't have today's news.
But that's why I said it's a race, because this is why we have to take that initiative. We have to take that responsibility to talk about these things publicly. You know, talk to our friends, talk to our families when we're sitting together eating. We got to talk about these things. Like we got to ask our kids, our teenagers, like, hey, when you take over this system, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna change it?
I'm gonna give you an example, bro. And for everybody listening, right? We're right here at this age. You guys right there that are watching, some of you are in your 20s, some of you are in your 30s, some of you are in your 40s, even 50s or older, right? And we're right here, this channel right here, we're talking about everything that goes on in the Americas, in the States. We're talking about all this stuff, and we're worried about politics. We're worried about making changes in our community. We're worried about making changes in our barrios. We're worried about the gas prices. We're worried about all these things that these people are doing, and the elite, that small little group that controls everything, that is running everything, are worried about your children. We're worrying about them. We're worried about voting or being a third-party voter like this guy right here.
Hey,
we're worried about all that, but they're focusing on your kids. They're focusing on their immunization shots and their indoctrination in their schooling system. Make sure your kids go to school to learn about our history. You got to change it up. You got to think like they think. You got to know your enemy. You got to know your enemy. You got to worry about your kids above anything else. You got to worry about, what do they say? Exactly. Ghost Social Music. Shout out to Ghost, man.
that's right.
The future. The kids are our future. They're damn right. The kids are the future.
They sure are.
They are. They're the ones that are going to be pushing those buttons. They're the ones that are going to be the majority of everything that's going to happen to you. They're the ones that are going to put you in an old home. They're the ones that are going to be going through stuff. So you got to make sure they don't have that indoctrinated mindset. You got to make sure they have morals, common sense. They're strategic with all their moves that they make, all the people they let in their lives. And the most important thing, they know their culture. They know where they come from. They know real remedies. Before you believe your doctor, mijo, believe your grandma, your aunt. We healed ourselves. We didn't need that. We didn't need all that. We have to do that. The kids are the future, right? And it's not about you anymore. If you got kids, you got nephews, nieces, sit down as a family. Call your daughter or your son and tell them, hey, mijo, I want to have dinner with you guys tonight. Let's talk about what's going on. You know? Maybe some of them won't agree with you. You know, maybe they have a different belief system. Maybe they're gonna tell you, oh, all of a sudden you believe in this. All of a sudden, you didn't believe in it when I was younger. You didn't teach me nothing. Now you want to teach my kids something? You know? Let them know that you care. Let them know you love them.
Most definitely,
You know
most
what I'm saying?
definitely. Yeah, and you know what? You know, then that's the thing. You're right. We need to keep active with it, with as far as, you know, making sure our kids know that information, and, you know, teach them those morals. You know, teach them. One thing I like to tell youngins, you know, school teaches you how to be a worker. You,
Yep.
you need to you need to figure out how you would create your own business. You know, what kind of business would you do? How would you earn your own money? You know, that's what you need to do separately. We could talk about it. We could even write down a business, create a fake business, just so you could have that in the, we need to put that mindset in our children to create a business with them. Create it, come up with the name, come up with what you're gonna sell, or what you're gonna, or their advisors. You know, put that in their minds that they can own a business, that they don't have to go work a part-time job while they're in the 11th grade or 12th grade so they could
Yeah.
buy themselves something. No, teach them how these people are making their money. You know, now they could make money online. Teach them how to make money online where they can make multiple, you know, checks out there.
And before the money thing, right? That sounds cool. And I agree with NORBEEZ. But the big thing is teach them how to take care of themselves physically and mentally. Because if they're not able to take care of themselves physically and mentally, they're not going to be around to enjoy any money. They're not. You could have all these dreams and visions of what you want to be or what you're going to do or what you're going to accumulate in your life. But if you're not taking care of your health, you're not taking care of your mind, you're not going to be here physically or mentally to sustain anything beneficial of that magnitude. You got to take care of yourself inside and out. Then worry about everything else that you're gonna or that you want. You know what I mean?
Most
Manifest it.
Most definitely. Okay, what was the next question?
Why are you laughing, NORBEEZ? Why are you laughing? Get out of here.
All right, next question is from Locomotive. Oh, that's a good one. No question. I just like the badass thumbnails, fellas. Ooh, thank you. Appreciate that.
That's NORBEEZ right here.
Hey.
Thank you, NORBEEZ. Appreciate you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Shout out to Easy Contreras. He says, why is the Smithsonian Museum a federal institution? And why they don't want the public to know about the Nephilim bones or history? Saludos.
Well, just the way they don't want people to know about a flat earth. Because it gives you it takes away any theories that might be out there, and it shows you facts that we are under a firmament. It shows you that there was a creator. It restores your faith in a creator, and it has value and factual evidence that everything that happened, you know, or a majority of stuff is real, and that there is bad energies out here. There is demonic spirits, you know. There is let's see, there's truth in that stuff, and there's no such thing as aliens. It dismisses anything that has to do with other planets and aliens. And it puts all the facts on the table of energy and what energy does to you. So I mean, yeah, anything that is of importance to, and not just indigenous tribes of over here, but every tribe across the, like, we'll say the Asian tribes, right? Their stuff, or in India. You know, it just gives them their value back of how important seeds are. Look at the seed banks. Look at the when they raided was it Afghanistan? They had one of the, I think it was the second biggest stockpile of natural grain, natural seed. I mean,
yeah,
that was stored there, and all of a sudden that disappeared. Where did all those seeds go? You know, and are they being genetically modified to destroy us? Because they had natural organic seeds, bro. You know?
That says, you know, control the food, control the food,
Yeah.
control the people.
Control the food, control the people.
All right. I think we got the last question right here.
That was a good reference, NORBEEZ.
Hey,
Control the food, control the people.
This from Slick Rick. He says, Dear Marvelous, I'm calling you out in this aspect and why you talk about the Bible. Please lead us to the verse which backs up your claims. You need to have proof of what you preach when it comes to scripture, or else your biblical merits are futile.
Who said that?
Slick Rick.
Okay. Slick Rick. On our next episode, we could do whatever breakdown you want to do on the Bible. I'll go get my Bible. It's in storage.
Hey.
It's in storage. But yeah, and we'll do a special one for you on whatever, and I'll prove everything that I say. And also, I'll call you out. You know, you can call in, and we'll just, or a video chat, and you could be on the line and debate me if you want to. You know, so that's if you know scripture. I don't know what you know, bro. So, you know, shout out to you, and thank you for challenging me, homie. I appreciate that. I love being challenged, and I can prove everything that I talk about. I'm not just saying. I've been doing this for years, bro. Years. I don't know how long you've been here watching me, but I've been on the streets, bro, showing people through the Bible. I have videos to prove.
I've seen them.
Yeah, you know, so it's cool being called out, though. I appreciate that, man. You know, it helps
Well,
me.
it's good that people, question things.
Yeah,
you
and
know.
that's good. Question everything, bro. Question everything, man. If you don't agree with me on anything, bro, anything, call me out. Call me out on it, you know? And I'm gonna do my best to prove myself, worthy of being believable.
Don't be those people that say, "No, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
No, I don't care. No, you're
Or what does
wrong.
he
No,
know?
what is
He's
he
a gang
know?
member.
No."
He doesn't know nothing.
Yeah, don't be those people. Don't
Yeah.
come with your research and to challenge, and I always enjoy a good debate.
Yeah, but whether it have to do with topics we talk about, the flat earth, we'll break down Genesis for you, bro. If it has to do with God loving everybody, we'll bring up other scriptures, John 3:16 or whatever one you want, whatever scripture you want, bro. But
what about Mary Magdalene?
we'll bring that. We'll bring that up.
Book.
Anything you want to bring up, But
Damn.
yeah,
That's controversial.
I love it. I love being called out.
Have you read that book?
Yes, bro. All of them. You want to show you videos on it?
No. I just, that's one book most Bible readers don't ever really get to read.
Yeah,
because they got.
Well, didn't you watch recently the book of or was it you that said I listened to the book of Enoch?
The book of Enoch. Well, yeah.
What did you listen to? The audio?
Listened twice. Yeah, audio book.
All right.
Yeah. That I do a lot better with audiobooks. I don't know about you guys, but for me,
yeah, you have a hard time listening.
Audiobooks is good for me. Like if I'm interested, like that was a really good book too. I mean, if you haven't listened to audiobook of the Book of Enoch, I definitely recommend you guys.
Look who's in the chat. Look who decided to show up.
Shout out to Tony Vision.
Read that out.
He says, "Let's have a biblical debate between me and Marvelous. Who wants to see that?"
We can do that. We can do that. We could do that.
And mind you, guys, this is the guy that always says, "This is not a debate."
And I'll give it to Tony. I'll give it to Tony. He knows his Bible, but he doesn't go based on precepts. He goes based off of Christianity. You can't deny it, Tony.
That would be a very good.
We've had many conversations on Rhodium Radio and including Freaky Tales on biblical.
Shout out Freaky Tales.
And what his conclusion is going to come to, with all respect, Tony, is that, well, we could agree to disagree.
I remember.
Well, you have your beliefs and I have my beliefs.
I like that though. I like that.
But you could like it all you want. You could get wet over that, NORBEEZ. But the facts of the matter is, homie, is gonna be the factual evidence of what's there. You can't read a scripture, homie, and go based off of your feelings on what you believe God was talking about. But you could go to the precept to that scripture and let's do a breakdown of John 3:16. Well, you could do that.
So you're saying when you read, when people have a different view with when it comes to the Bible, when people read it, everybody has their own ideas of what it means. But you're saying that no, there's actually instruction on what it's supposed to mean.
Facts.
And it's not more. It's not to leave it to your own imagination what it means.
Right.
You're saying that there's a book.
There's a book of laws, statutes, and commandments, the Mosaic Law,
that structures it and tells you exactly
that was
what they're
given
saying.
to a certain people, right? And I've explained it like this before. If I come into your pad, NORBEEZ, and you're writing a journal for you and your son of how you want him to live, how you want him to sustain himself, what seeds to plant, you're showing him that there's this firmament dome that is dividing the waters from the waters, as above, so below. You're explaining all this to him. And me, Nebuchadnezzar, goes and raids that holy temple that you keep that document in. And I manipulate and I tell my family, I change some of the words. I remove some scriptures from it. I add some interpretations of what I want to add. And I spread this thing called Christianity to the masses.
That's interesting.
Change the name of Jacob to Israel, 3 names. I changed the Messiah's name, Yahweh, to Jesus, Isis. I changed this. Is that right? Are these people worshiping the right God? Because you have to, it's like fitting the camel into the eye of a needle, right?
Yeah. No,
so if you got how big is Christianity right now?
It's massive right now.
What does a cross have to do with him being nailed to a tree?
Nothing.
Or nothing.
Nothing.
You read that,
Yeah,
right?
we read that. Yeah,
So are people being indoctrinated into something,
definitely.
right?
Yes.
You know how cunning Lucifer is, or the Satan, the resistance, right?
Yeah.
People, we teach Hebrew words right here, some of them, you know, Job to be persecuted. So if you don't know the terms and definitions of the words that you're using, but you say you're smart and it's all about the blood of Jesus, what are you saying? You're just in your feelings, homie.
Yeah.
And us, we're a tribe that has been damaged, bro.
Yeah, but you know, there's a lot of people that are like that. That you know, they say, I don't need to know the scripture. I just need to know the name, and that's it.
Yeah, or he's in my heart. He's in my heart. But if there's context to these scriptures, if there's precepts to these scriptures, and it's saying that I have come not to destroy the law, but to fulfill it, the prophecy.
Yeah.
What is that telling you? Not a jot or a tittle be removed from that law.
Yeah.
And I tell you, and you're telling your son, mijo, keep these commandments. Do this. Live this way, and you'll have a longevity in your life. Your seed will be protected. Above all, you are a special people. What is that saying? And you don't do that, and he starts living his own way. He's going to get cancer. He's going to get diabetes. He's not going to live. He's going to have so much problems in his life. And it's going to keep on going on and going on and going on and going on and going on.
A lot.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. Shout out to Matt with his super chat. He says, if NORBEEZ puts his reading glasses, he'll know. I don't wear reading glasses.
But yeah, Tony, we could do that.
Tony A says, this will be fun. He says, I love you, my brother. This is not an argument. It's a conversation.
Oh, see? And that's what Tony always says. Tony always says it's not an argument, it's just a conversation. But it's more than that. It's more than a conversation. This is life-changing. This is life-changing. Because what does scripture say, Tony? You have to wipe the scales from your eyes, bro. You know? We have scales in our eyes due to all the manifestation of parasitic entities that are filling our spirit with food we consume, with women we consume, with life, with bad choices, with the desires of our flesh, you know?
As parasites.
Those are parasites.
Well, it's interesting. I remember I told you that I thought maybe the reference as far as demons taking over those pigs, you know.
Yeah.
It's really a reference to
parasitic entities.
Parasitic entities.
Yeah. And bad energy.
That we shouldn't eat that because they have parasites.
Right. They feed off that. They keloid off that. They form into a tumor off that. And when you cut up that tumor, all that releases even more. You gotta cut off the head of the tapeworm, right? You can't just cut it in half because then it becomes two. You cut those in half, they keep multiplying and keep multiplying and keep multiplying. You gotta go straight for the head. Just like this conversation we're having right now. Oh, I want to build our own Costco and we could have our own currency. Chale, you gotta go for the head. You want to take down all these people, all these PDFs that are running this, what you call it? You better take your ass down to the cave system where they're at. You better go down there, hunt miles and miles in those caves where they're at. They're not up here. They're not up here. I'll tell you that. You know, they got us believing in all kinds of dumb stuff. For reals. What?
Okay, I think that was for the most part that was the last question. Do you want to move on to the topic?
Oh, the topic that you came up with?
I didn't come up with it.
Yes, you did.
What do you
Or
mean?
what was the topic?
The Mother's Day thing.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about the other thing.
Oh, nah. I mean, we could talk about that. But
Nah, we could talk about Mother's Day. Talk about that.
Yeah, you know, as you guys know, Mother's Day is coming up, and it's something that, you know, I don't think we give too much credit here on the channel as far as, you know,
As mothers?
the mothers out there, the mothers that watch us, you know, we don't really put a lot of emphasis as far as, you know, recognizing them and their, you know.
I think we put more than enough on
Really?
mothers. How many dads get flowers? Who buys chocolate for their dads? Dads get maybe a can of popcorn or some socks. Come on, homie.
We're not gonna make it about.
No, we are gonna make it about dads because we need to be loved too. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to 805 Love Super Chase. He says, loud as a friendly neighbor, he lights up the dark Texas streets by burning cross. Hey. With his MAGA friends, and they march with white hoodies. Jesus,
damn.
I don't know about that, but
Yeah, fathers matter, man. No, but you know what? In all seriousness, and in reality, Mother's Day has always been I've always been nonchalant about it because I lost my mom when I was 8. So I didn't really have a mom to celebrate. My grandma, all her daughters used to bring her flowers and hire mariachis every year to sing for her. Yeah. So and I love my grandma, but I never felt fully accepted by my grandma because I was always with my grandfather.
Yeah.
So I was always like, he was a very stern man. You know, he was just on me about, he wanted me to grow up so fast, you know, learn everything. And my grandma was I mean, I'm sure she loved me, but I just never, like, I don't know, I never felt that.
yeah,
Come here, mijo, I love you. I was always a brat that didn't listen.
Well, I mean, it's safe
know.
to say, you think because your mom wasn't around, you became more of a brat, or you even when
I
your
think
mom
I
was
think I
around, you
shut
were
it down.
brat.
I think, damn, this is personal shit. I think I shut it out even more so because, like, when I was in school, I went to parochial school, Catholic school.
Yeah, Catholic.
So I went to Catholic school, and a lot of my friends had their moms, you know, and their moms would come and do things for them, like for the bake sales, or maybe we had like scholastics. You know what
Oh, yeah,
scholastics are?
yeah.
Yeah, so they would participate in things and stuff, and they had their moms, and I had my grandpa.
Yeah.
You know, so I got to see them enjoy their moms. When we did something for Mother's Day, they were all doing little heart things and making little candy things, and I didn't have a mom to make anything for. You know what I mean? I didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, teachers would be like, "Aren't you gonna make something for your mom?" Like, no, like I don't got a mom to, you know. And
Hey, what did they say when you tell them? Did you tell them that?
no, well, some of the teachers knew. One of my first grade teachers, shout out to her name's, I still call her Missy Menace.
Yeah.
Her name's Missy Menace
Yeah.
to me always. But she got married. She got remarried, and her name is Miss Romero now.
Oh, okay.
She ended up being the principal at I forgot that school name.
Yeah.
But anyway, she came to visit me years later. I think I was like 12 years old, and she came to visit me, and she asked my grandfather. Well, she asked for me to stay the weekend at her house, and she had a beautiful home in Chino Hills with her husband, and I remember her talking to me about my life, like about gang stuff, and
Yeah.
you don't need to do this. And she would tell me, you're better than that. You were so smart. You were my smartest student, you know. And she was motivating me,
Yeah.
you know. But I was stuck in my ways already, you know, and I was being influenced by powers that she couldn't even imagine, you know.
Now, at this point, then, not just to clarify that at this point, your mom had already passed.
Yeah, she had already passed. I was 12 years. She died when I was 8.
Oh, okay.
So when I was 12, yeah, she came to have me for the week.
Yeah.
You know? And so I was eating like a good dinner. Like I had a nice meal in front of me. And my grandma made good dinners. She made good meals.
Yeah.
But I was in a family environment where everybody sat down at the table.
Everybody. Oh, okay.
You know, we all sat down, and there was a man there, like her husband, you know?
Yeah.
And I had my dad, but my dad was doing his thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He wasn't sitting at the dinner table with us, and my mom was not there.
Yeah.
And my grandpa sat down at the table for me, but my grandma made sure that we ate first. Like my grandma would always eat last.
Really?
Yeah, she fed us or the grandparent or the grandkids and her kids or whoever was visiting. She made sure we ate, and then she would make her plate and go to the room and watch her show or something like that. Or you know, it wasn't like all of us sitting down at the table eating together.
That's usually how it goes, though. Don't mothers tend to always eat last?
Yeah. And I appreciated that with my grandma.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that
Yeah.
I had a messed up mindset because I lost my mom. Because my grandma, there were special things, like motherly things that she would do for me.
Yeah.
Like sit me down and show me to sort out beans. I did that with Athena today.
Yeah.
I was sorting out. Mom, you want me to sort? I was just playing too.
Yeah.
You want me to sort your beans out? And she goes, yeah. Like, do it. And I was sitting there, and it just reminded me, like, dang, man, grandma, I miss you. You know?
Yeah.
But I did that, and
No wonder they had rocks in it still.
Shut up. Shut up, Norby. This is a sentimental moment, you dingbat.
Nah, I
But
get
anyways,
that.
yeah, so I didn't get to experience that, but with my teacher I did, and I remember her dropping me off at my grandfather's, and then she tells my grandfather, she goes, "Hey, Mr. Ayala," she goes, "We had a great time. You know, we did these things, and you know, she it was just it was a family. It was a great time. It was an experience I had never experienced before, you know."
Mm.
And she asked my grandpa, she goes, "I want to ask you something, you know, in front of Daniel."
Yeah.
And she goes, I love him. I've always loved him, you know, and I want to know if you would let me have him. And my grandpa was like in shock, and you're not taking my grandchild. No, but he was in shock, you know, and he looked at me, you know, and he probably maybe he might have
Yeah.
thought of it for a second, you know. He was an older man, you know. He was hitting his 80s already.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my grandpa was born in 1918, man. My grandpa was old. My
Hey,
grandpa
boy.
died at 98.
Holy moly.
Yeah, he was old already.
Wow.
I grew up with an old man, bro. I used to have to watch black and white series on like Combat. Go look up the show on YouTube, Combat.
I've
and-
seen Combat.
And black and white? You haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I used to watch all those old shows, bro. The Monsters.
I was there when they
freaking-
came up with the plot.
Anyways, my grandpa looked at me and he said, "Man, thank you so much, you know, but I can't get. He's my kid. This is my son.
Yeah.
I love him, you know."
Yeah.
And he looked at me and kind of smirked and he goes, "What do you think, mijo?" And of course, I mean, it was cool, you know, but I was like, "No, I love my grandpa, man. I don't ever want to leave this home."
I wonder how it would have gone if you would have been like, "Yeah, Grandpa, I want to go with her." I wonder what your story would have been. That would have been that would have been interesting.
I don't know, man. But imagine like you have a little kid, 12 years old, bro, and I'm at their house in Chino and I'm creasing up my pants and they're probably looking at me like this dumb little kid, you know what I mean? He's creasing up his pants, you know, he's combing his hair back with a hairnet. You know what I'm saying? I always had a bandana in my back pocket. My Cortez, I had to have my black laces.
Mm.
I'm hoping I don't run out of white shirts, you know, over there. Like, where are the stores that they have in East LA over here in Chino? You know, it was
yeah.
it was, and they go to bed early. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to staying up all night, homie. Like, I gotta go to bed at what, 8:30, 9? Like after dinner, they say a prayer and they go to bed. Like,
Really?
imagine me just sitting there looking at the ceiling with my eyes open.
Dang.
Like, dang, man. Like, what are we gonna do tomorrow? Go ride bikes on the beach or what? Like, it was just a crazy experience for me, man.
But that being said, you know,
But it was something I needed.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, and
it was a good experience.
and then I mean, just I guess that's the one good thing that even though you did lose your mother, your grandma was still there to take.
Yeah,
up
my
some of
my grandma's still there.
pick up.
But it was just like I never really, I guess, say valued Mother's Day like that.
Yeah.
You know, people have their moms. Like a lot of people, I see the love for their moms, and it's crazy because I see like I meet so many señoras out there,
Mhm.
like people's grandmas
Yeah.
and stuff, and they always like, "Oh, come here, mijo," and they'll hug me, and it makes you feel like I can't explain it for people that have their mothers. It's real different from a person that doesn't have a mom, and being held by a woman like that,
yeah,
an older woman. It just makes you feel safe being in your mom's arms. It makes you feel it makes you feel love. Like, I've known this woman my whole life, you know. She's offering me food in her home. If you ever need, you know, somewhere to stay, you're welcome here, you know.
yeah.
They've always shown me, all my friends, grandmas and moms and stuff like that. It's beautiful, bro. It's like, I'm like, damn, man, I wonder if my mom was here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I want to introduce a girlfriend to my mom.
Yeah.
Like, I want my mom to see my kids grow up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want her to yell at my kids, you know? Like, all these things I'm never going to hear, you know? So I appreciate it so much more when I hear other people's
Yeah.
moms, like, and I feel disrespected in a way when people don't appreciate their moms.
That part too, right?
Because I'm like, dang, dude, like, I don't even have a mom, and you're right here talking to your mom like that?
Yeah.
Like, you guys talk like that to each other? That's awful.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. I have heard people like talk to their moms like, "Hey, shut up, nah, fuck that." And I'm like, why would you talk to her like that? That's
Yeah.
pretty rude and that's disrespectful, you know.
Yeah.
And then but yeah, shout out to all the moms that are in
Shout out to
our
all the
chat
moms.
viewing us, all of our
You have your mom, right?
yeah, she's definitely a special lady.
Cool.
I mean, around here, and she's been here since she was like I want to say maybe 12 years old. You
Wow.
know, and it was tough, man, because almost no education at all. Just trying to figure out life. Just trying to work. Because I mean, any kid that comes here from Mexico, they don't come here to go to school. They come here to work, and that's what they do.
Yeah.
They work,
Definitely.
work, and then they have kids, and for the most part they try to do the best they can with what they know, and that's the one thing you really can't. As much as you would want to be upset at your mother, for maybe not teaching you certain things. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, did they? Excuse me. Did they even know a 10% of what you know from what you've learned?
Yeah.
They came from like literally no education, and somehow, some way, they still managed to create a home and feed their children.
Do you feel closer to your mom as opposed to your dad, or to your dad, or you don't see it like that?
I like to think it's a good balance for myself. For me, balance it's important for me, so I tend to keep a good ratio as far as how I feel about them or interact with them, because that's just how I am.
Do you ever find yourself showing a little bit more favoritism towards somebody?
No, not really. Not really. I tell some people say I'm a little cold blooded. I know it's hard to believe, but some people will say I'm cold blooded. I don't show too much emotion.
You don't.
No,
I don't feel like you do
no.
either.
I tend to, like, my mind works differently, I guess. I think more logical. Like, it's got to make sense. I told somebody one day, the only time where you show emotion is when somebody you love passes away, or some very happy moment.
I don't think like that,
That's
bro.
it.
I feel that right there. What you just said is like in the same aspect of giving people flowers when they pass away. I feel like everybody should get their flowers now.
Hmm.
Somebody talk.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you should give them their flowers. Why not?
No, I mean,
What?
I'm just saying, because you said it now. Do you mean like back then you really didn't like feel that way?
No, I'm gonna go with it. I just feel like you should appreciate, you know,
Yeah,
people while they're alive.
definitely,
You
most
know,
definitely.
like people that pass away, right?
Yeah,
We'll take Nipsey.
yeah,
Nipsey did a lot, right? He did his music a lot with his music,
yeah.
and he was doing a lot of positive things,
Oh,
right?
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
Nipsey didn't get his recognition until he was gone. Then he blew up into a superstar.
You're right. You're
You
right.
know, you
Mhm.
got Tupac. If he was still alive, he wouldn't be as appreciated as much as he was
Yeah,
in death.
yeah. You're
You
right.
know,
And it's funny
you
too.
gotta pass away to be that famous or
And,
that appreciated.
yeah, definitely. And I think I told you, like, the only reason why I knew about Nipsey, it wasn't even about his music. It was the fact that he became an executive producer for the documentary for Dr. Sebi,
Yeah,
because he was one of the executive directors. I'm sorry, executive producers for that
yes.
documentary, and that's how I knew about him. I'm like, oh, who is this guy? And I found out he's a rapper. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. You know, and it sucks the way he went out, because before he went out, he was gonna do really huge things for his community. He was building what do you call it, infrastructure. He was making sure a lot of things go to his community, and it was unfortunate that they took him out. And I tell people, this is one of the reasons why I don't like that guy, like that rapper Noriega. Nori. Anyway, I said that because this guy, he did a video one time where, like, he talked about him, and he said, the only reason why this guy, got capped was because he didn't leave. He should have left his community. Like, why
Well, where
would
does
that was
everybody get unalived at when they stay in their neighborhood? Everybody's goal in the barrio is like one day I'm gonna get rich and move out of here.
yeah.
There's no youngster or younger homie that ever said that when I was growing up in the 90s. you know, in the early 90s was said like everybody was like, man, I'm gonna sell all this stuff that I have, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna get a bad house in Beverly Hills, or I'm gonna move over here, or you know what I'm saying? Like ain't nobody was saying I want to live right here forever.
Yeah.
You know, you might want to buy a home or whatever, but for the
Well,
most part, we weren't thinking like that.
I mean, now, I mean, you can only say you're okay leaving California at this point.
It still, like, yeah, I do. I want to travel, but I can't ever picture leaving East LA, and it
Mm.
sucks to say that, but I love East LA.
Yeah.
I love.
Well, yeah, you're the guy that says you guys got to get out. You guys got to get out of this city. You know.
Yeah. Well, we do. We have to. Experience stuff. You know, we're stuck in this little bubble. But I'm not saying, you know, I love East LA. I'm never gonna move away. Maybe it might happen, but I'm saying travel. We need to think, you know, bigger. We need to think bigger.
Yeah.
And do more for ourselves. You know.
Yeah.
Stay in our neighborhood. And we're stuck. And I'm speaking as thinking like a gang member wise. You know what I mean? Like I gotta protect my neighborhood, and it's your turn to protect the neighborhood, and this and that. But what are we really protecting? You know, what are we really watching other than cars go by and another helicopter flying over, or getting another phone call of chisme of, hey, fool, guess who got busted, or guess who got hit, or whatever, or them vatos are in this kind of car. Guess who's talking chisme? Guess who got beat up at this party? You know what I mean?
I mean,
there's so much,
and that's the cry, and that's the bad part of it all, because we're really only just at the end, we're just taking out each other. Oh,
yeah.
and
Like, what phone calls are happening in the hood? Hey, guess what I ate today? You know what I mean? Guess what I learned how to cook? You know, I was watching this podcast, guess what I learned? And I researched it, and I found out this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, who's on the phone saying that?
I hope there's some people out there saying that.
None of us are
You know.
quizzing each other.
You know that, and that's
You
the
know?
thing. But you know what? I like to think also now, because of, you know, back then we couldn't communicate with each other. We couldn't get your perspective. Like, why are you protecting your hood? Why do you hate me so much because I'm from this hood?
Yeah.
But now with technology, with social media, everybody's seeing each other.
Yeah.
And everybody are seeing the ones that are causing it, and the ones that are trying to put it all together.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, hopefully it gets better, man. Because I think it was a risky business that said, you know, it's kind of tough for Southern California people to talk about positive change when we still have generational, you know, gangs and stuff.
Yeah.
And we eventually we need to turn that into organizations. We need to turn that into something to build on, because really we're organizing, but we're not organizing in the right way. You know, where we need to organize where we're actually building something worth having, and things that will give us benefit, you know.
How do you think is the best way to build something, Norbeez? Don't mind me asking you.
With a brick.
Oh my god. Your answers are so simple. And you know what? It's my fault. It's my fault, man.
It is your fault.
Okay. The best way to build something is the introduction.
Oh.
Is the introduction.
A handshake? A firm handshake?
An introduction. Hey, Norbeez, this is so and so. So and so, this is Norbeez. Hey, in the chat, the red cat, that's too much fee. Pelon. Go Sosa. That's Lisa right there. Eileen, that's Pelon. You guys say hi to each other. You know what I'm saying? Add each other on Facebook or IG. Lisa does this for a living. Eileen does this for a living. Go Sosa, he does this for a living. If you guys ever need each other, reach out to each other, man. Most hated native. That's the homie 805 right there. And Quien Te Importa. Quien Te Importa does this for a living. 805 Plumbing, he works with plumbing, you know, obviously. B Jones.
Yeah.
Introduction. You're no longer enemies. You know each other. When you see each other, introduce more people to your group. Build more bridges.
It's
because we don't know each other. We go to these functions. We go to lowrider shows. We don't know nobody. We're right there dogging them. They might like the same things we like, man. They might save our life one day. I might save your life one day. I don't want to take it. I want to meet you, man. You got trauma too. You probably have the same story.
Yeah.
You probably sorted beans just like me.
Hey.
You never know. You know? I'm here for you. We're part of the same tribe. We just got separated through our migration. But we come from the same cave. We're still looking for Aslan. Let's find it together. 2 heads are better than 1. 3 are better than that. 4 are better than that. Put your heads together, man. Build bridges. Introduction. This is my friend NORBEEZ.
Hey.
NORBEEZ, introduce yourself. Where are you from?
LA.
Be serious, man.
I am serious. I am from
serious.
LA. I'm from LA.
Anyways, this is NORBEEZ. This is what he does. NORBEEZ, that's JEDI. They used to work for Tony. NORBEEZ used to be his girlfriend.
Hey.
But I stole that shit.
Hey, that's even worse.
Stole that shit. Anyways, you guys get what I mean. Look at him. He gets all scared. Anyways, introduction.
Definitely.
You guys introduce yourself to somebody before you mad dog them or before you judge them. You know? You never know.
Yeah, I mean, you. If you're watching from San Diego and you're thinking, oh, you know what, I need a plumber to unclog this pipe right here. Call 805 Plumbing.
Yeah, or NORBEEZ could suck it out the pipe.
Hey.
You know? Who knows?
And then you need your car get detailed. You go to Platinum
Detail.
Platinum Detail in North Hollywood. You know, if you need some sweet, amazing snacks, you call up Appalicious. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you see that's
and even more than that, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying I don't mean to reference a job title or anything. You know, you might just need somebody to talk to, you know, and you don't want family members to know your personal business or something like that. And you could pick up the phone and call each other, you know what I mean, in the chat. Be like, hey, man, you know, I'm going through this or I'm stuck right now, you know, in this position and I don't know what to do, you know? And somebody might have some good advice. They might have a Bible scripture for you.
That's true.
You know, they might sit there and pray for you, you know? And it means the world, man. It means the world. You know, but go ahead, NORBEEZ. You have any last thoughts? I didn't get no calls tonight. I apologize, but
yeah. Well, I do want to read the super chats. We have 805 Plumbing. He says, "Marvelous. One of the moderators deleted my posts."
Oh shoot.
Posts. I don't know if moderators can do that.
Yeah, I don't know what I don't know what your post was, bro.
And we got 805 Plumbing that also says, oh no, I read that one already. We got Revelation 13 that says, talk about the Microsoft patent 666. Are you familiar with that?
Is he talking about the mark of the beast? I don't know.
No, Microsoft patent.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, okay, we don't know. Shout out to Truth Hurts. He says, Marvelous, I'll pay you to rent a van one weekend and take kids stuck in their hoods and show them other cities and sights to see. There is a whole world out there to expand their minds.
I've done, and actually, who said that?
Truth Hurts, our token white
Truth Hurts, I'm down. I'm down, bro, to do that. And we'll film it. JEDI or NORBEEZ will film that. But to be honest with you, I've done that, bro. I've done that with homegirls' sons and homies' sons. I've had 2 people in the chat. I'm not gonna say their names. It's their personal business. Their sons have you know, joined neighborhoods or wanted to join a neighborhood, and you know, I always offer my advice of how you can go about that. You know, it's just the influence of or idolizing people outside your family. Like, just being a father figure, it's hard to interact with your son in a cool sense, or like you're a cool dad unless you act like a friend to him. But for fathers that are fathers to their children, it's sad to say, but unless you have that impact on your child like that, they're gonna idolize another man or have something. somebody else, you know.
Mm.
And for the majority, the people that go the wrong route, that's what they do, you know, and they end up, you know, learning the hard way, incarcerated, and until they get older, they go through something dramatic. They come back to you and with an apology, and they say how sorry they were, and they should have listened to you, you know. But I'm down. Truth hurts. Let me know, man.
Hey, all you need is a little Jack in the Box.
Shut the hell up. There you go, bringing up that story. Then that fool took that story out of context. Oh, Marvelous got baptized for some Jack in the Box. Like, you pendejo. What a pendejo. What a dumb thing to say, huh?
Yeah,
That little baby Christian.
Last thoughts. You know what? I'm glad we talked on some really good topics tonight. Shout out to everybody that participated
Yeah, appreciate you
in the
guys.
community posts. You know, one thing I did here, one thing I do want to take out of this, because it was the subject of the night, which is mothers. You know, some of them lost them at a young age. Some of them they weren't there. You know, and some of them are there, and some of them maybe they're there and you don't get you don't you're not in good terms. You know, for the most part, you only get one. You know, appreciate them. You know, open up that conversation. You know, build that bridge up again, and you know, appreciate them, and get them some flowers, get them some chocolate. You know, don't buy them a broom and a mop. But appreciate your mothers, you know, because they're special. They'll make sure you eat before they even, or they'll make sure that you're the only one that eats. If you're the only one that could eat, you know, they'll go off and not eat. With that being said, thank you to everybody on the live chat, all the super chats, all our moderators, all our subscribers, and definitely all our members. We appreciate all of you guys for coming through tonight and hanging out with me and Marvelous. We had a lot of great topics, so shout out to everybody, and shout out again to everybody on Instagram that shared the flyer on their stories. We appreciate all of you, because you guys are really helping us out with that also, as far as getting more people to come through here. And a shout out to everybody that hit the like button. We had over 200 people. We did have about 81 likes. I mean, it would be nice if we could get that to 100 before we end the night. But that being said, thank you to everybody. Thank you, Marvelous. Thank you to everyone that in here. We appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks, NORBEEZ, for tonight. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to my bestie, Special Lady,
Hey.
Appalicious, and Roxy.
Hey.
I appreciate you girls very much. Love you. And if you guys haven't checked out their TikTok or their IG, please check them out at Appalicious or Special Lady. Give them a follow, a like, a subscribe, all that. But as for tonight, I appreciate you guys being here. Truth hurts. If you're serious about that, contact me, bro. And either through IG or TikTok, or do we have an email? Or no, not really, huh?
Nah, we do, but people tend to subscribe us to things that we don't
Or
need to be
hit me up
subscribed
on IG, bro. If you have me on IG at Marvelous Inc. _tattoos, or you could hit me up on TikTok at Marvelous _Mindz, the Z, right? And we'll do that, bro. We'll film the whole thing, man. And I would love to do that.
That would be dope. That would be dope.
But for everybody here tonight, I appreciate that. Tony wants to do a Bible debate. I'm down for that. Anybody else? Oh, and for who was it? The Slick Rick guy?
Slick Rick, yeah.
Yeah, Slick Rick. I got you on the next episode, homie, and we'll break it down so you know what I'm talking about. Shout out to Solera Odies. I appreciate you, Solera. Welcome in. I didn't see you in the chat earlier. But shout out to everybody in the chat. I hope you guys have a good night. And appreciate your moms, man. If you didn't have a mom or whatever, appreciate somebody else's mom. For reals. Because we all know that mothers are out there working as hard as they can. Some made mistakes when they were younger, you know, and they don't have their kids in their life no more. But that doesn't mean that they still can't be a great mother. You know, some mothers are great mothers and great. Or, you know, not everybody can be loved right in front of your face. Sometimes you have to love your children from afar while they're going through their trials and Sometimes they don't agree with your beliefs. Sometimes they don't want to live by the rules that you set. That's okay. You know, as long as you love them and know where your heart's at, your prayers will guide them, you know, to the light. So I appreciate you guys. Like I said, introduction. You guys introduce each other to each other, and let's start building these bridges and wake up. All right.
Mm.
Thank you. I'll see you guys on the oldie show. A rato.